Hi and welcome back to the channel today. Well, today we are going to be looking at this TC View. I think it's a TOPDON thermal camera. Now, this isn't the full camera, and this is what brought it to my attention, that this thing actually connects to your iPhone or your Android phone and turns your phone into a thermal camera. Now, if you're familiar with beekeeping videos in general, in the wintertime, a lot of us beekeepers like to find out what's going on inside the hives. And more importantly, we want to find out whether or not the girls inside the hive are dead or alive without opening the hive. Now, this is something I've never really worried about until this year, but now that I've got the Bee Castle Bee Yard and 20 hives sitting over there that are not going to be heated, it's really going to be in my best interest to know what's going on inside of those hives. Which is why I'm bringing you this review today. When I was offered the opportunity to show this is the TOPDON TC View thermal imaging camera. When I was provided with the opportunity to show this to you, I just jumped at the chance because I knew that this was something that I was going to need this next year. Now, I've seen videos with Frederick Dunn and some other folks out there showing their beehives through the thermal camera. And I always thought that it was neat, and those are mostly handheld devices. Now TC View, they have a handheld device as well, but I thought because this one connects to my iPhone, and if you have an Android, they have one that connects to your Android, and I'll put QR codes on the screen throughout this video, one for the Android version and one for the iOS version. I thought this would be a great thing that I could carry along with me, keep it in my car, and anytime I go to the Bee Castle Bee Yard, specifically in the wintertime, or even out in the backyard here, I could plug it into my phone and see just what's going on inside the hive. Now, what I'm going to do before I go through this and unbox it and we look at it, I'm going to show you a little clip that is on YouTube by TOPDON themselves, and this is exactly what their camera does, and then we're going to see if we can replicate any of the things that they show in their video. Alright, so now before we begin, I'm going to put on my eyeballs here. We're going to get in to the TC View TOPDON thermal imaging camera. And we're going to see if it plugs up my iPhone. I guess it'd be a good idea to get the iPhone out. So here we go. Yeah, this is the TOPDON. So let me go over some of the features that I see on the back of this thing. It is 256 by 192 high-res IR camera. Real-time temp and waveform. It works with iOS Lightning port, as well as they have another model for the Android. So you Android folks out there, you can use this too. Let's see here, temperature abnormality alarm. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure we're going to need it. And then we have a testable temp range between -20 and 550 C. So this is going to see some seriously cold and seriously hot things. And then we have the customizable image optimization. All right, let's open this thing up and see what it is we can see. We'll set the box aside for now. TOPDON. Okay, look at that. That is nice. Looks like there's a little case inside. Now this is a me thing, and it might be a you thing too. I usually judge a product by the way that it's packaged. I always have. So if they take their time packaging a product, paying attention to the details, generally that tells me before I even get into the product that the product is going to be a good product. And I think the first people to actually do that were Apple. Apple, they were great. You opened up an Apple box, it had a nice tactile feel, as does this. But you knew that you were going to get something quality inside, and I think it's the same thing with this. So let's have a look. All right, so we do have directions inside. We're going to get to these in a second. I'm going to look at the camera. That's what I want to see. All right, let's have a gander. And there it is. Oh, that's small. That's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Nice case. Again, they do a good job on their packaging. Okay, so we have a camera. We have a extension lightning cable. Okay. So this is going to plug into the bottom of my iPhone, and then also, let's So here I am, not reading the directions and just figuring it out. That's what I do, right? We're going to read the directions. Okay, we plug that in right there. I'm not going to plug it in yet. And what else do we have in here? Okay, oh, we have a nice little cloth. I guess this is to wipe the lens. All right, well, the lens is not dirty yet, but we're going to make it dirty by the end of the day. Okay, let's get into the directions and see what it is that I'm supposed to do. I'm going to assume that I'm going to need some software on my phone. Let's open this up. There you go. They give you everything you need, including a QR code right up there on the top, which I'm going to assume is going to allow me to get the software. Let's see. That is a multilingual user manual. That is not a QR code to get the software. I guess I'm going to have to go to the App Store on my phone and look up TC002. Now, the TC001, that is what you're going to use if you're an Android user. That's the product that you're going to buy and the software you're going to download. Me, I am on an Apple. There are my beehives. I've got them right there in front of my phone. Remember that? Well, some of you have been around for a while remember that. That's from back when the channel started. All right, let's have a look. And let's go to the App Store and look for TC002. There it is. And my TopCon now. Well, I have a TOPDON. I don't have a TopCon. Well, I'm not sure what software I'm supposed to be using. TopCon now. What am I supposed to? Does it say what I'm supposed to get here? For iOS, we download the app. We're supposed to search for TC002, all capital. Let's try it all capital letters. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, so here is a problem. Well, I'm not going to call this a problem, but this is confusing, and I'm going to try to bring it to the TopDon Digital Innovations people. I'm going to try to let you know that I think if I'm going to try to download the TC software, there should be a barcode or something that I can scan right here, just a QR code that takes me directly to the software download in the App Store. Because when I search for this, I get my TopCon now, and this is a TopDon, not a TopCon. And then I get Total Connect, not sure what that is, a Thai Chili To Go app, a TC Bank To Go app, a URC TC Flex 2.0 app. I have no idea which one I need. I don't see just the plain, what is it called here? The TC app that they have right there. That says TC002. I guess I'm just going to go with the very first one, my TopCon now. Maybe it is a TC. And now that doesn't look like anything that would have anything at all to do with a thermal camera. Okay, I guess we're going to scan this QR code and see where this takes us. Let's TOPDON.com. All right, TC002. It brought us to their website, and what we're going to look for is a place to download the software. So here's a link to the App Store. We're going to click it. I'll show you on the screen there. There's a link right there to the App Store. We're going to go ahead and click that and see if that takes us to where we want to go. Ah, there we go. Okay, so the app that you want, Top Infrared. That is what you want. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get thermal camera for iOS devices. Install. Done. Okay. So that is something that these folks at TC View, TopDon, I'm very, very impressed with the packaging. I'm very impressed with the little thermal camera that plugs into your phone. I'm happy they gave me a wire that I could actually extend it and hold my phone and then move the camera around. I am not happy with the fact that I could not instantly find the software on the App Store, nor am I impressed with the fact that they don't have a QR code right here that takes me directly to the software. It takes me to their website where I can find the software, and the website points back to the App Store, but But there you go. I'm pretty certain that if you have the Android device, you scan the QR code in this manual right here, and it's going to take you to their website. And then from there, you should be able to click on download from your app store, whatever that's called. I don't have an Android phone, so I don't know. Here on Apple, it's called the Top Infrared. I'll show you that one more time. There you go. All right, now we are in good shape. This has been installed. We're going to go ahead and open it. Okay, now it's telling me on the front to plug in the camera. So let's do that. That's what it's telling me to do. Saying, hey, Bug Farmer, plug in the camera. Okay, we're going to plug in the camera. Okay, so I'm going to plug it into my phone first, and I'm going to see if it can be used with a phone case on. I may have to take the phone case off. We will see. Okay, okay, it does not see it with the phone case on. Okay, it's just not long enough. This is lightning port's not long enough. Instead of taking my phone case off, I'm going to plug this in, and I'm going to plug this in. That sounded like a positive click. Oh, look at that. Okay, it sees it. It sees it. Thermal imaging mode. Go there. Yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's working. Holy moly, it is working. Okay, so I'm going to show you here. This is what we see. Can you see that there? Maybe I turn it sideways. Okay, that is the garage door back there. This is the actual camera that you're looking at. It can see you. Wait a second. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to see where I am here. There it is. There's the camera. So now you can tell it that you want to take a photo. No more data. Oh. We can take a photo, or we can record video, and I'm going to record the screen. There we go. Now it's recording the screen, I guess. So what we're going to do, all right, so now I figured out how to make it record the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. We're going to look at something while this is setting down, because I'm having a hard time identifying where it is and what it's looking at. And it needs me. Okay, so this. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's looking at me. Holy moly. I look pretty doggone good there. Wow. I don't know how hot I am. I'm sure it tells me on there somewhere. Can't touch the screen and find out, but woo! Look at that. Holy moly, this thing is fantastic. How does that look? Is that freaky looking? My teeth are even hot. Eee! Okay. Look at that stash. Goodness. All right, so I like this thing. I'm going to talk to the real camera now. I like this thing. Let's take a look at. We're going to set up a beehive scenario here. Now I don't have any hot hives. It's fairly warm in my basement. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a hive here. We're going to pretend it's winter in my shop. I'll put something hot inside of it. We'll see if we can see the bees. Give me a second. We're going to put a heat gun in there. I just happen to have a heat gun, but first we're going to heat it up a little bit. Let me turn this thing on. We're going to let that run for a moment and get nice and hot. Woo! Okay, that thing is getting hot. Wow. The entire heat gun is getting hot, but boy, that front end, woo! That is hot. Okay. Now I'm going to set it inside the hive. We're going to put the lid on. I don't know if it's going to show that or not. It might be a bad test. Let's not hold them. Let's Let's see here. All right, can we see? Oh, yes, we can see. Wow, okay. You can see the cameras. You can see my light back in the back. All of these lights. Fantastic. Well, you know what I didn't take into consideration? It's going to be hard for me to sync this up, but I'm going to give it a shot. This doesn't have any audio on it, so it's recording the images. I'm doing the speaking, and this camera's picking up the audio, so we're going to have to, we'll figure it out one way or the other. Okay, this device is everything that I thought it would be, and probably a little bit more. Now, if you are interested in getting this device, it's the TC002 is the one that I have. There's also a TC001, and that is the one that goes with the Android phones. I will put the QR codes on the screen, and you will be able to just scan them with your phone. It will take you right to the site. You'll be able to have a look at it. As far as I'm concerned, this is going to do a fantastic job for me this winter when I'm checking out the hives, and we'll bring it back and I'll give you the QR code again several times throughout the winter as we use this thing. That said, I do believe that this is a quality device. I've been through it. The only thing that I don't like is that there is no QR code that takes you right directly to the software download. You actually have to scan the QR code, go off to their website, hit the App Store in order to get to the TC Infrared app. That's what it's called on Apple. I don't know what it's called on the Android, but I'm sure that it's going to be similar. So with all of that said, I hope you found this video informative, and this product looks like a good one. If it's something that you need, do me a favor, go out to their website, give it a shot. You are going to you're going to like it. I like it. All right, so there you go, and there you have it. That is the TC View TOPDON Thermal Infrared Imaging Camera that you can just hook onto your Android phone or your iOS Apple phone, and it's going to show you everything that you need to know in the wintertime to tell you whether or not your bees are alive or dead. Now, I did find this a very useful product. This is something that I've been looking at again since I saw Frederick Dunn using one on his channel. Now, I don't know if he's used this model. I think he has a handheld, but the fact that I can carry this with me in this little case, keep it in my glove box, and every time I go to the Bee Castle yard, especially this winter, and I want to see if those bees are alive, I can break this thing out, hook it to my phone, and I'm in good shape. So I hope you found this useful information, especially if you're in the market for a thermal imaging camera, or if you're expanding your bee yard, you don't use heaters like I use in this yard, and you want to find out whether or not your bees are alive. This product may be for you. Again, I will have links in the description below, QR codes on the screen, the TC001 for the Android and the TC002 for the Apple iOS. So with all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you have something to say, by all means, please comment. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, take a moment, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified of my new content. I do try to drop a video every Friday. We try to keep it light and have fun, and sometimes informative. So with all that said, be happy, and I will see you next week. Take care.